Sergei, I would like to ask you about the festival hall for the Waldorf School in Magdeburg, Germany. If you could talk about how did you receive this commission and what were some of the most defining objectives for this project?
The Waldorf School consists from three parts. The one part is the existing building from the German Democratic Republic time. There is like 70s concrete building, quite brutal, and there they have their music hall now, the concert hall now, but also many classes over many floors. And then the hill goes up, and on the top of the hill they made some buildings, renovation, reusing, and new buildings made by timber, very nice details with some inclined roofs, smaller scale, with a lot of corners. So you see the hill, and this hill is like a main natural staircase from down platform to upper platform, where you have cafe and many classes and so on. There are just 1-2 floors, so always very small and very handsome, with a wood on the outline facade and so on. And they told me from the pictures first, they were coming to me in the office, look, we are looking for an architect who would make this concert hall. And they told, yes, you should come and we should speak with parents, with the teachers of the school, and even with the children. I was coming to Magdeburg, and in the canteen, in the cafe, with the teachers of music, with the teacher of drawing, painting, with teacher of mathematics, with the director of the school, and with the chosen parents who are interested in this initial group for following of this construction site and construction process, and some children. And I didn't have to bring something ready with me. I even didn't know what I'm waiting for. But I was coming, and it was huge board where you can draw with some big pencils, big pens. And they asked me, what do you think? And I told, well, look, you have a hill, you have very natural, like a natural amphitheater, from downstairs, from this older building to upstairs to your new buildings, what made by my great colleagues. And I would propose to make this amphitheater like a Greek amphitheater involved in the natural landscape, but of course covered, that the roof would be also covered with steps, that you get good light, good covered light without sun, but with some very nice effect, of course, closed by the performance in the evening. And the steps, the lines of seats would be inside of this hill, like by Greek amphitheater. And you come from upstairs, from this piazza, where canteen, where cafe, and where many lessons room, and you come from this piazza in, but you go with amphitheater down and down and down, and you can't even go outside in between in the interruption time to the piazza downstairs where the main building is staying. And I explained it to them, and they were extremely happy, I must say. They had understand it from the sketches I made, from this fast, but I can sketch good. And you make like a kind of improvisation where you say, okay, let's come. Yeah, you think with, you react and you think with the audience. And someday the director, I think, called me back and told, you are chosen. And now it is built. It is strongly in the construction time. Also, the for timber construction is chosen, and we made it. We discussed, I would say 2 times more was coming to the children and parents and teachers and explained models and my drawings and computer presentations. Normally you expect so many people are involving, you think, oh God, it will be really a lot of opinions, a lot of different opinions what cannot be connected together sometimes. No, it was really very interesting. They had a trust in me and in our team.
I want you to talk about the design process through drawings. When we spoke about drawings and how you start designing in the past, you said, I came into architecture through drawing. I dream through sketches. When I draw, I let my hand be free to see where it will take me. So I want you to talk about how the design emerged, and you already started saying that you even made some sketches at the very beginning in front of the people.
I began really to think with sketches, and not alone, but it was like performance, because the people were already there, and I had to create something and to develop something in the audience. My skills as a draftsman who can create drawings after first ideas, immediately going to the paper from the head, from the mind, and I create these 2 big drawings. Like in the reality, 60 to 60, they will be bigger in the exhibition, but in the reality, they are still big enough to combine them: inside views, outside views, entrance situation from the Palazzo upstairs. This this section, what is very, very important, and gives the idea how the whole is involving in the natural landscape.
Did you have a number of schemes and versions? How did you come up with the final solution?
To be frank, this first idea with the amphitheater and with stepped down roof were the first idea, and also the form were just the first idea, and I found it quite lucky. So far, it was not controversial. Of course, I had sketches with some other maybe ideas for details, but the drawings what I representative could show, they are really these 2, because they are combining all ideas around this building. By the initial meeting, it was already quite clear what I like.
I want you to talk about the choice of wood and timber. You mentioned before that this was kind of a given. The architect suggested that the school, this auditorium, should be built out of wood. And so the building is timber construction. It's all clad in wood. It's clad on the inside and outside.
It is wooden construction of columns and beams, and then with insulation, but over and inside surface is also wood. And of course, this very nice trusses made by wood and steel inside of the building are also very interesting and rich for the design of the interior.
And can you talk about the advantages of going with the wood? For example, in one of our previous discussions, you said that our overarching goal is lightness. So was that?
Wood is right. In this sense, I made with wood also trusses. Maybe if I would do it with this steel and clad with wood, what is of course fake, I would even come lighter. But this building is 1-story building without cellar. So it is really not so important here if you win or lose a little bit of weight. As I have spoken about, weight is a big importance in the buildings. It is mostly about more story building, what is bears on cellar or on parking garage. And parking garage is the most ecological part of the building. And so light is a parking garage, so less concrete you use. So far, you are interested naturally to make load-bearing structure on the garage lower from the weight, so low as it can be. But in this case, we have one floor.
If you could talk about a little bit more the advantages of using wood, you've done wood buildings before. Why do you think we should really utilize wood more in?
Of course, utilize wood. It seems brutal because wood should grow. Trees should grow, but buildings with wood are very traditional. Also for Germany, very traditional. I tell you about Quedlinburg, the town nearby, made nearly by wood completely, and it is an old construction way to build with wood. And if you have low rises, if you don't have high rises, and of course by wood they have some problems because we have still in Germany not so many firms. Mostly they are from Germany, but also from Austria, who makes good wood constructions and also reasonable from the price wood constructions. Also for this project, we have searched longer time to find good one because it is not easy to find good timber building company. On the other side, of course, wood has not only ecological aspects, but it has also aspects of aesthetic art. So if you are in such a building, it smells with wood. It's very nice, very warm atmosphere. You don't need to do anything in interior. It is already done if you make it with wood. If you make it with concrete, it is very hard and very brutal, very like architect likes to do. And with wood is completely the opposition. It's very warm. It's very healthy. It looks very nice, really fine. All details, all connections are looking very natural, even if they are not perfect. You can see it, and you are not angry that is not imperfectness, like a little bit. So that's why I have a lot of aesthetic reasons. You leave the construction like it is. It is all completely free of some ceilings or some under constructions. It's all very open and aesthetic, very high qualified from the nature of material without you do something special. And ecological, it's of course also a very good way, but I tell you, it's slightly more expensive as if you would be make by concrete or even steel and concrete, and you find not so many firms you can choose from.
If you could talk about the relationship that the building establishes with the landscape.
Also, I mean, normally I would say building could be in contrast with landscape. Also, normally the architecture of old temples, it was from one side it was somehow smoothly involved in the landscape, but it was also sometimes controversial to the landscape, like a castle, what is in it organic, controversial to the landscape. But if you go to Waldorf school, of course I speak about very organic dialogue between nature and people. That is one of biggest senses of Waldorf school. Not to be right-angled, not to be strong, not to be straight, not to look for direct answers. And that's why this old school, what they took from German Democratic Republic time, it is of course completely controversial to what Waldorf school is. That's why all buildings are coming after that. They were like bodies much more in harmony with what Waldorf school likes to speak about. And my building, in its form, in its involving with the steps inside of the landscape, was also much more harmonical, as any building would stay like a box and going controversial to the hill. So far, I would say this building will become a part of nature. That's my hope. Also, the roofs are green roofs. So on top you have green. So it grows inside in the landscape.
What would you say are the key lessons that you learned from this experience of working on this project?
Yeah, also the key lessons was that nice building could be made with not so many stress. That was a key lesson, because normally you make much simpler buildings with a huge amount of stress. And here it was very nice atmosphere, very trustful atmosphere, and we were all, what is surprise for me, not only me, but also client, also authorities, children, parents were on the same aim to make something nice from architecture. It's one of less part of projects I make in my life, where the community was extremely interested on the same result as me. What is not lesson, that is nice feeling. It is like a heart in our body. It is a heart of this whole ensemble.